a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He didn't get a lot on the return, but, man, he set his offense up at the 30. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Flips it out on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. On target. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Cook. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll run it on third and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell the defense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Might be calling a hot route. Rush is on him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Hands it off. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air, it's Washington. Now improvising. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
As they come over the football, 1 minute to go here in the first. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. This time it's complete.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Off the play fake on first down. There he goes. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
The run from the shotgun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Alabama pushing the tempo. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his man. It's Stokes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Tide!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Hard running there. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Firing to the right, complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They'll give it to the back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He'll keep it himself. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Washington. Get it out on the screen. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right?
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Offense changing the play. He wants to throw it again. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the... Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Bringing the heat. Finds his man down the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. To the air, it's Washington. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Shakes off the defender. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Finds a spot in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Dropping back, it's Washington. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. This time on target. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tompkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. they've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. The play action fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top...
Turning it on! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Back to throw, it's Washington.
Yeah, he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Cook. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The sweet feet buy a little time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Going for the marker on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Stokes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The give to the tailback. Fighting off the defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to sling it on second down. Finds his man. It's Stokes. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Byrne. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The AT unit on the field.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Unleashes it on the run. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's got him.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
It's on target and complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Alabama comes out. 4th down play to start the 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Trying to run, it's Hayes. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Washington. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Byrne. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Byrne. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And Target coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they... He's got it. 1st down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.